Welcome guys to my Let's Play of the tragedy at Deer Creek where we left off. We have ideas what we need to do, although I clicked ahead. I'm curious what's on the table because I see something I don't remember seeing. But we know we need a hook, and that's at the log cabin. The rest we're gonna have to bounce around building to building. The other thing that occurred to me is we've done a couple of things. That band in the tub of water hopefully will be melted by now, but let's check things out here and then we'll head out.
It's my backup. I'll save these for later, should I need them.
Okay, so we can't take the film.
I'll use this later with my medium format once my reference photos are taken. It's the list of reminders Henry left. Mostly common sense stuff like making sure to get a...
Okay, so I get this feeling we will get to this back to this place, possibly going to sleep, possibly using that extra film at the very end. I get this feeling we're gathering evidence and then we'll build the story near the end to figure out what happened. Maybe. Like, we know with the fact that the horse was left there to die, unfortunately. Dev did not like that. Dev did not like that. That something happened to these people, like they just kind of vanished. Like they didn't just, you know, drop everything and abandon the place. They poofettied out of here. So I know I need a combination. I don't have that combination yet. I need a key for this. I don't have a key. Nails, lantern, wheel, hairpin, and rope. We looked at this before we wrapped up the previous episode. So let's bounce through some of the buildings. I was in this one last time. Let's look in here. No, I looked in here last time. Right. Let's go here. See if there's anything I can take.
A dirty old rag. Good thing I'm wearing gloves. This rag is dirty. Very dirty.
Okay, I took a rag. Oh, right.
2 metal syringes. They seem to be empty. I'd rather not. My goodness, were these for teeth?
Yes, they were for teeth.
They could prove useful.
They were used for teeth, among other things, too.
2 metal syringes.
Oh, we can't take the... Oh, what is that called? Scalpel. Okay, we got some more items here.
An old medicine box.
I don't remember looking at this.
Rusted, locked, or frozen shut. Either way, it won't open.
I don't remember going through this. I don't think I did. Hammer? Is it hammer in time?
While this is a tried and true method, I'm afraid I'd damage whatever's inside.
I mean, that's true. It is tin, but they always use, like, a thin amount of tin. If you ever looked at, like, the old tins for, like, coffee and other dry goods, the metal they used in those tin canisters were pretty thin. What? Nails?
Jamming nails into this won't do me any good.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Pliers?
I don't see anything that needs twist.
Huh. Hairpin?
That doesn't work.
Well, never mind. It's just gonna live there. We'll come back. Oh.
What the hell is this? Laudanum? Contains alcohol, opium, and morphine, apparently. There's still some left in the bottle.
Okay, never mind. We were here. I forgot about this.
Yeah, no, I'd rather not trip with this poison in my backpack.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to either. Because, oh my goodness. Let's go get the rag quickly. Oh. What's the way? Examine. Boop.
A dirty old rag I found inside the infirmary. Not sure why I bothered bringing it.
Oh, we'll have a purpose for it. Guaranteed. Okay. Let's keep exploring again. See if there's anything else I can quickly grab.
Old and worn sheets.
Medical stretcher. Okay, let's go forward. I can't do anything here until we get the cog wheel repaired. Can I take the axe? No. We can't even acknowledge it. Okay.
I'm sure the kids played with this. Oh, damn it. The tone wheel key is stuck. It won't turn.
Can I use the pliers, maybe? That may be too, like, strong.
I don't see anything that needs twisting or
Oh. The rag?
This dirty old rag won't clean anything. It'll just make...
Huh. And this I still can't use. I feel like we'll have to tinker with that later.
I don't want to break it. I bet it took the kids on some...
Yeah, she doesn't want to break it, I get it, but I need some way to get into it.
Jamming nails into this won't... I don't see anything that needs twisting or... Maybe something else.
Oh. That's different. She won't let me hammer.
That's not what a hammer is for. Well, not this time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go here, see if that band is done.
The ice still hasn't melted. It'll need more time.
Damn it. Okay.
It wasn't just the men working hard. It's a bit rickety. Maybe there's a way to get it loose.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Hello, you're a cogwheel. Oh my goodness.
I don't see anything that needs...
Hold on.
I don't see anything that...
The rag.
This dirty old rag won't...
Nails.
Jamming nails into this...
Oh my goodness. Hammer.
I don't want to break that.
Yeah, I get it. Oh, wait. Oh.
This must have taken some strength to turn.
Yes.
It's a bit rickety. Maybe there's a way to get it loose. I don't see anything that needs twisting or pulling.
I need this. I think that's what I need.
That doesn't work. A gentle knock should do it.
Huzzah.
It's a handle I got from the laundry's mangler.
Okay, that's awesome. Let's see if that works to get the hook. It does. It does have the same...
There's no way. The handle actually fits. I bet this is going to be heavy.
Yeah, it has the same grooves, I was going to say before the scene started. Okay. Awesome. Can I take it?
The chain has already been lowered.
That's great. Can I take the handle?
The chain has all...
Nope.
The handle is in...
Okay, I guess never. It's stuck there permanently.
I'm sure this will end up being useful.
Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, it will be. Alright, let's combine. Or combine, pardon. I'm too excited.
This should work. I'll tie the rope to the hook.
Alright, awesome. Let's go to the school and get in there. Yay!
Made it. In one piece. That should be all the buildings in the camp, but... I can't shake the feeling that there's something about that locked door.
Let's just ignore the locked door. That screams, we shouldn't touch. Holy crap, look at all this old stuff, though, like... Okay, now, by this, do they mean leave, or do they mean just turn around? I'm going to assume leave, so we'll look at everything we can here, and then we'll see if that means leave. Okay.
Oh, just a bunch of books, mostly middle school literature.
Okay. Oh, that looks like an old gramophone. I wonder if I'm right. A phonograph. Interesting.
I wonder if this still works.
Oh, high chance it does.
Oh my god.
Good chance we have to mess with that cylinder. Although that's creepy. Please stop.
What's this?
Ah, there we go.
It describes the way a phonograph works, the world's first sound recorder. Gives some perspective as of how long ago it was the people of Deer Creek resided here. It's a thorough mechanical explanation on how the tumbler lock works. I think I should be able to pick locks from now on.
Yay.
I wonder if the locked drawer over at the foreman's office is a tumbler lock. Could be.
Okay, so this game is very find the flag, go to the place, do the puzzle, so on and so forth. I see you, game. I see what you're doing, game. Okay.
I've seen one of these ages ago. A magic lantern. You place a slide in the front and light it. Wow, it's beautiful. Would be amazing if I could get it to work.
I've heard of these, I've never seen them. That's really cool. Good chance it does work.
Such a relic. Too bad I can't bring it home.
I mean, that's quitter talk. You could bring it home. Come on. So in other words, I need little, the photo screens. I can say words. To plunk the still frames in. Alright.
Seems to be verses from the Bible. The last lecture was Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd.
Okay.
A teacher's bell.
I see the photo.
I'm a long way from home, that's for sure.
Okay, let's look at this.
A framed photograph. A picture of a teacher and her class.
Oh, there's the one girl.
Red noses and red cheeks. It must have been a chilly day when they took this picture. Red noses and red...
Okay, we're just gonna compliment the noses.
Red noses?
Yes, okay. I guess we flip it. Alright, let's go get the book.
Looks like a diary. There's a name. Linda Grady. Let's have a look.
Alright.
Recently, I've worked with Alfred on his letters and words. He stumbles, hesitates, and often grows frustrated with himself, yet he does not give up. I can see the struggle in his small shoulders, and even though my heart aches for his struggles, he has got to learn for himself. This morning, he read his first full paragraph without faltering. I could sense the other children held their breath as he laboriously made it from word to word until the end. My heart swells with pride. In a place so harsh, these small sparks of learning are like sunlight breaking through the clouds. Today, I watched little Rosalind as she explored the pages of her book with eyes wide as the morning sky. She asks questions that tumble out like the rushing creek, each one more eager than the last. Her laughter is as bright as her curiosity is unyielding. I marvel at the way she devours knowledge, as though the world itself were a story waiting for her alone. In her, I see the purest joy of learning. May the Lord keep her spirit unbroken, for children like her remind me why I came here at all. I pray that God grant me the wisdom to guide these children with love, not fear. In this wilderness where life and circumstance weigh heavy on the heart and mind, and where all wrestle with their hardships and sorrows, that I may be a beacon of mercy and patience for the little ones. Some evenings, I feel as though Deer Creek sits at the very end of the world. The forest looms like a great wall around us. The bristles of the trees hum in the wind, as if the trees were whispering secrets to one another. The men return from the logging grounds with faces chapped by cold and weariness. It is a hard place, and at times, a lonely one. Tonight, the lantern flickers weakly, fighting the drafts that creep in through the boards. Nights like these, I find solace in the scripture. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. The words felt written for this place, for this very night. As I read these passages, although the wind outside still howls, the cold still gnaws, and the shadows press close, I am reminded that even here, in this harsh and distant corner of the earth, I am held. The Lord's presence reaches farther than any wilderness, and with that truth resting in my heart, I find comfort to meet another day. Today, as the cold wind cut through the camp, I reflected just how far from the world we are. I felt once more the quiet comfort of having Hank near, silent, vigilant, and actionable. I cannot help but think of the life he has carried before arriving here. The war, the rangers, the horrors no one dares to speak aloud. I see it in his face, in the distance that sets in upon his eyes at times, as if a dark bird, just from nowhere, lands upon his soul. How utterly cruel the world has been to him, to force a soul so capable of love and compassion to endure such unimaginable darkness. My heart aches with gratitude and sorrow alike. How can one so worn by the world still care so wholly for another? I love my brother dearly, more than words can hold, and I pray that somehow in this wilderness we might find solace together. The Lord may have carried me far from home, but he has left me my brother, and for that I am endlessly thankful. I pray fervently that the Lord someday will grant him peace and mercy for the things he was led into. Today, as the cold wind cut through the camp, I reflected just how far from the world we are. I felt once more the quiet comfort of...
Okay, we're back at the beginning of that. Oh, final entry. Okay.
My heart is heavy with the weight of what I cannot take back, and I tremble at the thought that the Lord's mercy may not reach me. How can I stand before him, knowing I have faltered so grievously? How utterly cruel is the Lord to set me before such a choice.
What's your choice? What was the choice you had to make? And we're not gonna find out. Okay. Well, let's go turn around. There we are. Turn around. Okay. I was wondering what this is gonna be.
The colors are still vibrant. The colors are...
Oh, okay. They are very vibrant. Question mark. Okay, I guess we're done here. We need to get the 2 items for this place. Okay, so yeah, when we leave, it is leave. So let's go do some lockpicking, eh? Hello. I think it was this.
The handle on this differs. The drawer is locked.
Okay, let's see if I can use my trusty hairpin.
It won't fit like this, but with a little bending and flattening, it might work.
Okay. So we need to find something that we can bend. Let's try the pliers with the hairpin.
That'll do. I think I should be able to pick locks with this.
I figured. I mean, I'm not surprised. I think the hairpin that we're thinking of are the much thicker ones compared to, like, you know, your traditional, I put it in my hair pin.
Let's see if I can get this thing open. Fuck.
Oh, I'm just winging it here. Ah. Okay, so this one.
Fuck.
Also, main character. Language. Not really. Oh. Oh, pickles.
Guess that little crash course in lockpicking actually paid off.
Alright, let's examine everything. A key. Hey, ooh.
This must be one of Thomas's keys.
Alright, let's grab it.
Maybe it fits the storehouse lock. It's worth a try.
Oh, it's the door. Oh, that door. Oh.
Morphine pills. Seems like the foreman was in a lot of pain. I have no use for this. The bottle is empty.
Okay, I see some mortgage agreement.
Seems to be an official document. Bank papers? I hope you don't mind me looking, Thomas.
I mean, we gotta be Snoopy. That'd be in the notes, I think. Not in this.
The Northern Pacific Trust and Savings Bank, Seattle, Washington, August 11th, 1887. To Mr. Thomas Adams, 16 Montlake Boulevard, Montlake, Seattle. Despite previous notices, your account with this bank remains unpaid beyond the grace afforded. Unless a partial payment is received by 20th November 1887, we shall be compelled to begin foreclosure and sale of your dwelling at the above address.
Ooh.
It is our sincere hope you will act promptly to avoid such measures. The bank remains willing to accept any earnest payment offered without delay, as it is our preference to preserve the dignity and solvency of our clients rather than exercise our right of seizure. Respectfully, J. H. Whitmore, Senior Clerk, Collections Department, the Northern Pacific Trust and Savings Bank.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, we're gonna go snoop even further into his journal.
A thick leather-bound journal with the foreman's name on it. I might learn something useful from this.
Okay, documents.
Miss Evans is a diligent worker and held in high esteem by the men, proving herself a considerable asset to the camp. Her knack for turning modest provisions into hearty and satisfying fare does much to sustain the men's spirits and preserve the industrious temper essential to our operations. I have, however, been obliged to remind her, firmly, of the proper order of authority between her position and mine in matters of dispute. I fear Miss Evans does not yet fully grasp the discipline and hierarchy upon which the camp must rely. Nonetheless, I intend to renew her contract, for the worth she brings to the camp far outweighs the modest wages she commands. Mr. Levine divides his time between the forest work and managing the camp's dealings with the men through the store, and he is well aware of the margins I expect to see upheld. His loyalty is unwavering, and he is keenly attuned to the undercurrents within the camp, those matters that do not reach me in my official dealings with the workforce. We have already come to an agreement regarding an extension of his contract. Miss Grady arrived here with her brother Hank to undertake her first year of teaching. She appears to be held in high regard by the pupils, possessing a manner of regard that compels a child to straighten himself of his own accord, not from fear of the rod, but from a desire not to disappoint her. Her steadfast study of the scriptures, which she frequently cites for guidance in morality and diligence, seems to vex some in the camp, though not to an extent that demands any adjustment. Mrs. Miller divides her duties between tending to the men in the infirmary, overseeing the laundry, and assisting in the kitchen when time permits. There is nothing to remark upon in the manner of her work. She performs her tasks without complaint and keeps to herself within the camp. I intend to renew the Millers' contract, given their circumstances. The reputation of Mr. Barnes reached me even before his application for work at Deer Creek. He was regarded as an exceptional smith and farrier, and such reports have proven entirely accurate. Not a single delay in production has arisen from broken or poorly maintained tools. Mr. Barnes is the sort of man who makes things run smoothly, without any fuss or display. Conscientious, honest, and upright, a good man. His contract shall be renewed.
So I know one of the characters was causing issues. I can't remember if it was Hank or Norman, but I remember there was issues. I think it was the one that was quiet, but like the daughter was constantly talking to. I don't remember.
Mr. Flynn must surely be the hardest working lumberman in the entire Northwest. Possessed of remarkable strength and endurance, he performs near twice the labor of any ordinary man, and I see to it that he is duly compensated for such exertions. His physical presence, too, appears to exert a calming influence over the other men when disputes or disagreements arise. I am given to understand that Mr. Flynn carries with him a past of some complexity, yet that is no concern of mine so long as he fulfills his duties here at Deer Creek, which he does with exemplary discipline. His contract shall most certainly be renewed. I regret the day I engaged Mr. Jeffrey's services. I freely admit that I owed his cousin Eugene a favor for the doors he had opened for me, but never again. While I can, to a degree, sympathize with the sorrow Mr. Jeffrey has endured in connection with the accident, a misfortune no man should suffer, the fact remains that he is utterly incapable of performing a single task without delaying or complicating matters for the others in the camp. This leads me to the conclusion that his employment should be terminated at the earliest opportunity.
Oh, snap.
He also appears unable to conduct himself properly among the other men, and so, to reduce the risk of disputes, I have had the storeroom in the store cleared and placed Mr. Jeffrey there.
Oh, no. Oh, no, he's behind the door and he's dead. Oh, no.
Mr. Grady insisted upon accompanying his younger sister here for her first year of teaching. He has informed me that he served in the war as a young man,
and subsequently spent several years working as a ranger. I suspect that Mr. Grady is haunted by the experiences he endured, as the other men have complained that he rouses them at night on account of his nightmares. I fear he is not entirely in command of himself, having found himself in conflict with certain men here. Some time ago, Mr. Miller was confined to the sickbed for 2 weeks with a fractured rib, following a dispute.
Oh, and that dispute was in the shop.
I reprimanded Mr. Grady with emphasis and informed him that a deduction from his wages would be made, equivalent to twice the labor Mr. Miller was unable to perform, yet it appeared to trouble him not at all. I shall not renew Mr. Grady's contract. He is far too unpredictable. If this necessitates that Miss Grady also departs Deer Creek, then so be it.
Oh.
There were no difficulties negotiating wages with the Millers, as their starting position was limited after 2 poor years on their farm. They had, at the time they approached me, already sold most of their livestock and tools, and faced the grim reality that they would have to sell the land. Regrettable. As I understand, Charles was the 5th generation of Millers to tend the farm, but such is life. He seems, however, to have adapted to lumber work without difficulty. Mr. Miller has stated his intention to work diligently and conscientiously here at Deer Creek in order to reclaim the farm, though I suspect he does not fully comprehend the economic forces that govern the world. That is for him to discover, and so long as his ambition drives him to labor diligently here for a modest recompense, I shall not object.
Okay. Whoop. The game is telling us we have to go to the storeroom. So let's go there, you know? Let's see what's behind that door. Oh, wrong place. Okay. Alright. Let's do this. I'm pretty confident we know what's in there after reading that diary.
Well, I'll be damned. No.
If these troubles of mine have taught me anything, it is a sorrowful truth that folks carry more within them than the world ever sees. Deep valleys in the heart, where grief lies quiet and unseen. I myself am probably looked on as a recluse, socially inept. That's likely. But I do not think anyone suspects the thoughts I'm haunted by. Everyone had their reasons for coming here. Some simply for work. Some I suspect to escape whatever paths they wished on to escape. There are those who are God-fearing, those who are anything but. Miss Grady came here with her brother Hank from Spokane. He had been working in the mill, but followed her to Deer Creek for her first year of teaching. as he knew of the rowdy ways of lumberjacks. From what Rosie tells me, Miss Grady is well loved by the children, though she can be somewhat rigid and difficult for the adults in the camp to be around. Whether this stems from a strict personality or simply being a devout reader of the good book amongst rough company, I cannot say. I don't know much about her brother Hank, as he seems rather withdrawn. Word is, he endured horrific experiences as a soldier during the war, and later as a ranger. Things that will break any man. Beyond that, I know little other details. Mr. Burns is an admittedly skilled blacksmith and farrier, but I don't really understand what brought him to Deer Creek, as he would probably be far better paid for his skills in the city. On the other hand, it is his sole business. I think I have only traded a few words with Mr. Barnes, but he seemed well respected and appreciated amongst the other men, dutiful and hardworking. As I'm told, when their farm's meager yield can no longer support them, Mr. and Mrs. Miller resolved to seek their fortune beyond its failing fields. Word reached them about logging prospects in Deer Creek, so they contacted Thomas, who hired them shortly thereafter. Charles as a logger, and Jane splitting her time between cooking under Mrs. Evans and running the laundry. She also tends to the men when they need care in the infirmary. Sometimes I fear Charles does not treat Mrs. Miller quite right, but I might be mistaken. I can't say what makes me feel that way. I just get the sense. I understand that Mr. Flynn has a bit of a troubled past and a temper. I would pity anyone that's on the receiving end of Mr. Flynn's upset, that's for certain. Word has it that 3 men sought to waylay him outside a tavern in Evansville, and it is said that none of them drew breath by the end of that night. Whether there's truth to it, I cannot say. Yet I sense there is honor in the man, and for reasons I cannot fully grasp, the children seems to adore him. I dare say, it appears the feeling is mutual. Thomas may be the foreman of the camp, but Miss Evans might well be its heart. She runs the cookhouse, and her meals are beloved by the men. I dare say, Mr. Flynn harbors a fondness for her. I appreciate Miss Evans' directness. She treats everyone the same, caring little for social standing or surname, and she possesses a good and steady heart. Though she stands no taller than my shoulder, her presence is commanding in a way that is difficult to describe. She can even quieten my husband on occasion, and I believe he respects her all the more for it. Judge not lest you be judged, as the good book says, and I can't think of any other place that's more true than in Deer Creek. But one thing has stuck in my mind since a few weeks ago. I don't know if I should just leave it be or not. I do trust Thomas' judgment, for as who he employs or not, it is not that. But there's still something that bothers me. Thomas hired Mr. Jeffrey solely as a favor to his cousin, Eugene Jackson, a business acquaintance from Thomas' days in the grain trade, to whom he owes a considerable debt. Mr. Jeffrey soon proved himself ill-suited for logging or any task requiring a sense of responsibility, or precision, for that matter. Thus, he was given the role of bull cook. He fetches water from the creek, ensures there's firewood in the quarters, and sees to the feeding of the horses. One remark I once overheard Mr. Grady make in passing about Mr. Jeffrey has stayed with me. The man is not proper up there. I believe Mr. Grady merely gave voice to a suspicion I too had begun to harbor. But there is something not quite right in that man. This meek-looking man, with nothing distinct about him save for his considerable height and the weariness in his eyes, should not, on the surface, be cause for concern. To most, he might even come across as incapable. Rosie delights in tending to the horses with him, and I find myself unsure on how to approach this predicament, for the man has done nothing to warrant suspicion, and Rosie loves the horses more than anything in the world. Yet, lately, he has begun to appear in my dreams, or rather, in my nightmares. Though I cannot say why, I shall keep these thoughts to myself, for I cannot let Rosie suffer on account of my unease or superstition.
It wasn't just a nightmare. This is real. What happened to that man? I must have fainted when I got back. Jesus Christ, my back feels completely busted up. I knew there was something behind that door, but I would have never imagined something like this. I can't just ignore this. I have to find out what happened here. Not for the project or myself, but for him.
Let's go to bed.
No time to rest.
Damn it. Okay, I mean, we did read a journal. She should have been ready for that. The journal did literally say, they were clearing a room for him. Just saying. Okay, so we're actually going to find out what happened here. That is it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying this Let's Play of the Tragedy of Deer Creek. As usual, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other Let's Plays as well. I do a variety of point-and-click adventure games. So if you enjoy those, check my other Let's Plays. Give me a follow, comment. Shameless plug. You know the drill. And I also stream on Twitch. Just once a week. Maybe twice, just casual games, speedrunning when I can. With all said and done, once again, thank you so much for watching. Greatly appreciated. Hope you have a good morning, good evening, good night, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.